Tim Neal back here. This is a different take here. This is the last couple of CDs I picked up. Some are Neo, some are not. Depends. And first one is Collage, Over and Out, right here, which is the first Collage album in quite a while. Neo-prog band from Poland. The album's a little different than some of the other ones. A little more, you might call experimental, still really good. Different lineup. Wojtek, the drummer, is kind of the guy that's consistent through all the bands, all the versions of the band. This one came out in 22, I think. So it's been a while, but it was hard to find. They weren't really good at promoting that it was coming out, and I finally got it after a while. After I saw clips of it up on YouTube, as though I got to get it. Always remember, if you really support a band, you got to buy the physical media, because they don't get paid. Well, they don't get paid anything really on YouTube, but even with streaming, they don't get paid that much. So pick this up from Poland. Collage from Poland. Also, a band that was kind of dormant for a long time, Chandelier from Germany, neo-prog. This is their newest album, We Can Fly. Solid. Certainly neo-prog. Again, they were on hiatus for quite a while until they put this out in 23. Forever and a Day is an epic track on here. Same, I think it's pretty much the same guys. Martin Ead on vocals. There's also Live that I have, and there's also Live from Lorelei, which is where Live is from, but there's also a DVD of that. So Chandelier from Germany, neo-prog. All right, so the monsters, of course, IQ. This is their latest, Dominion. Follow-up to Resistance. Seen them many times. Saw them last on the cruise in 25. They were fantastic. Another great album from them. Solid lineup, Mike and Peter, along with Paul and Neil. And Tim, all the same guys, been around for quite a while. They've been pretty stable overall. So of course, IQ. If you don't have IQ, you don't know what you're talking about. You gotta get IQ, of course. Subsignal. Now it's a little off of the Neo. This is some people call metal. They're definitely a little on the heavier side. Subsignal from Germany. This is their 6th album, I think, maybe 7th. I got them all. Last album that Arno, the vocalist, will be on. He's decided to leave. They do already have a new lineup. It's up on their website. I'll put that up. New guys. Marcus is the guitarist, and he's the main man of the band. Has been there since the very beginning, since they morphed out of Sergei Zevin, Marcus and Arno, and picked up some other guys. The guys have come in and out. Other guys other than them have come in and out. Still good. New album soon, hopefully this year. Get that. Magic Pie, again, off Neo. They're not really a Neo band. From Norway. Moss, Norway, by the way, also played on the cruise. They were the first band to play on 25 when I was there. Packed house, because they hadn't even left the dock yet, and there was nothing else going on. Another great album by them, led by Kim and Eric. Even though his real name is from Iceland, so the name is he says, just call me Eric. So Magic Pie again. This is from 25, so this is really new. What else do we have? We also have a new Magenta. Now, whether or not Magenta is considered neo-prog or not, I'm not sure. Again, Christina, Rob, and Chris are the main guys. Nick DiVigilio was on drums for them, and they also have other guys fill in on other instruments. Saw them first at Baja. Oh, I forgot. Well, we'll get into that. And then last at Nearfest, which was a long time ago. It was like 07, so that was that long ago. A bunch of albums since then. Another great album with Christina on vocals. Of course, Rob Reed is kind of the main guy. I'd like to see some people asked. I even emailed Rob, buddies, we've been invited to the cruise, and he said no. And I don't understand. Why wouldn't you want to get a great band like Magenta to play? So I'm at Baja, near London, Rossfest, Nearfest. Another great album by them. Last but not least is Jadis back. Definitely neo-prog. Kind of the next level of neo-prog that came a little after the main first four that came around, like from 83, 84. This is a little later. I think the first album came out in 92. More Than Meets the Eye. This album is absolutely fantastic. It's one of their best. If you're a neo-prog person, you absolutely have to have this Jadis album. More Questions Than Words. Of course, is always led by Gary Chandler, but been back for a while. Martin Orford on keys, Steve Christie on drums, and Alex Morrow, I think his name is on bass. Helped with the production also, according to liner notes. Definitely Jadis. I mean, they've been around since. They've never stopped going since they started back in the early 90s. So that's a bunch of ones I just got. So I'll link some websites and stuff, but if you're interested in any of them, check them out. Camp Neo here, a couple more reviews. First up is Moon Safari from Sweden. Can't pronounce him. Lab Becker Volume 2, so it's the second one of this. Seen them a couple times. Last time on the cruise, they played in the lounge, the Spinnaker Lounge. They should have played in the theater, but they didn't. Great band, very melodic prog, fantastic harmonies. They always end the show with the 4 or 5-part harmony thing. They do a little a cappella thing at the end. Just long-awaited album here. This album came out in 25 maybe. Soon, but it was a good long time before they had made a new album. They had a new drummer on the cruise. I saw him also in Rossfest. I think it was back in 16. Great band. Playing the cruise again in 27. I'm not going to be able to make that one, but I'd like to see him. Another great band from Sweden. But they aren't a big Mellotron band. That's a Swedish thing. Barrock Project from Italy. Continue the great tradition of great Italian progressive rock bands. Been around for quite a while. Played Rossfest in 18, Last Stand in Gettysburg. Band is anchored by Luca Zambini. This is the lineup that was there at Rossfest, so it's kind of the band that's been for the last few years. Luca's been the mainstay of the band all the way from the beginning, and they've had a lot of lineup changes over the course of their existence. Absolutely great Italian progressive rock. They sing in English, so some people I would have thought they might have. They've had albums where they sang some in Italian. Sometimes Italian bands will do two. They'll do in Italian and in English. They haven't done that. I suggested that to them. I don't know if that's something that they would do. I know there's a live Time Voyager recorded in Holland that is not available and hard to find. I mean, if you go to their website, and I'll put a link to the website up, say it will be available in U.S. Hasn't been yet. I will get it as soon as I can, but it's going to be these songs plus other. Again, Barrock Project, Time Voyager from Italy.